The family meeting about my future revealed everything I needed to know. My parents sat me down for what they called an intervention about my life choices, with PowerPoint slides ranking all their children by return on investment. And that's when I saw it. My name at the bottom with the note, sunk cost fallacy. My mother clicked to the next slide showing how much I'd cost versus my siblings, while my father explained they needed to reallocate resources to viable assets. You're talking about me like I'm a failed stock, I said quietly. Don't be emotional, Mom replied. We're being practical. I was the middle child who became a teacher instead of a doctor like my older brother, or a lawyer like my younger sister. To my parents, I was the defective product in their family portfolio. The presentation continued. Slide after slide of my failures. Chose teaching over medicine, rented instead of owned, single at 28, no prestigious achievements to brag about at their country club. We've decided to redistribute your college fund remainder, Dad announced. I graduated 5 years ago. The leftovers we saved for your graduate school. Since you're clearly not using it for anything worthwhile, we're giving it to Piper for her wedding. $30,000 they'd held over my head for years, now going to my sister's destination wedding. That's my money. Grandma left it for my education, which you wasted becoming a teacher. Piper will use it better. That's when I realized I wasn't their daughter. I was an investment that hadn't paid dividends. Fine, I said. I'll sign whatever you need. They were thrilled. I had papers ready. I signed immediately, noting the date and time. They celebrated with wine, toasting Piper's upcoming wedding funded by my inheritance. What they didn't know was that I'd been accepted to Columbia's graduate program, full scholarship plus stipend. I hadn't told them because I knew they'd either claim credit or sabotage it. 2 weeks later, they discovered the program when Columbia called about a family emergency contact form. They were furious that I hadn't told them and demanded I give them the stipend since they'd raised me to earn it. You signed papers saying I was sunk cost. Sunk costs don't generate returns. But here's where it gets interesting. Grandma's will, which I'd finally gotten a copy of, didn't leave money for education. It left money for my granddaughter's dreams. Legally, they had no right to redistribute it. The lawyer they'd used was their friend who'd never actually filed the paperwork. I sued. Not for money, but for principle. The case was simple. They'd stolen my inheritance by lying about its terms. Their own PowerPoint became evidence, showing they viewed children as investments, not humans. During discovery, more came out. They'd taken loans against my future inheritance, assuming I'd never need it. Used the money for their viable assets, my siblings. My brother, the doctor, his practice was failing due to malpractice suits they were quietly settling. My sister, the lawyer, suspended for ethics violations they were hiding. Their successful children were disasters they kept funding with money stolen from the failure. The judge was appalled, ordered full repayment plus damages, but I didn't want their money. I wanted something else. I'll drop everything if you do one thing, I told them. Admit in writing that you don't see me as your daughter. Just be honest. They refused, said it would look bad. So the case continued. They lost everything fighting it. The house, the country club membership, the facade. My siblings turned on them when the money ran out. The viable assets proved to be worthless without constant funding. I graduated from Columbia with honors, became a principal, then superintendent, changed thousands of kids' lives. My parents read about it in the newspaper because they weren't invited to any ceremonies. They sent a letter last year, not an apology, but an invoice for raising me, itemized from birth to 18. Formula, diapers, clothes, food, shelter. Total, $247,836.19. I sent back a check for exactly that amount. Could afford it now. In the memo line, paid in full, no further obligations. They cashed it. Of course they did. My students sometimes ask why I became an educator. I tell them the truth. Someone needs to see children as humans, not investments. Someone needs to care about who you are, not what you produce.